Hello, everybody. A look at our top headlines this Friday evening. Police are investigating a shooting on Tangerine Avenue, an update to a fatal Amtrak crash, and the Florida Attorney General has a message for Pensacola Saenger Theater. All of that and more is coming up on News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in TGIF. My name is Summer Poole. I am the digital reporter here at WKRG. Thank you for joining me. I know there's a lot going on tonight. People are probably putting their Christmas trees up. We've got the first round of playoffs for our high school football teams. So a lot's going on, and I got a lot to tell you about. So let's go ahead and get into our big stories. Number 5, according to the First Alert Storm Team, a cold front will move in on Sunday with temperatures hitting the mid-30s to low 40s on Monday and mid-20s to low 30s on Tuesday. Because of that, the Waterfront Rescue Mission will be opening its doors at its Mobile and Pensacola locations from November 9th through November 12th. McKimmey Place in Mobile will also be opening as a cold weather shelter for women starting on Friday, November 7th. In Santa Rosa County, Ferris Hill Baptist Church will open on the nights of Sunday, November 9th and Monday, November 10th. Those interested in seeking shelter at the church should arrive between 6:30 and 8:30 p.m., and the shelter is closing at 7 a.m. Number 4, air travelers across the country are feeling the impact of a 10% cut to flight schedules as the government shutdown stretches on. At Mobile Regional Airport, flights are taking off and landing on time, but that's not the case at some of the nation's biggest airports, where hundreds of flights are being canceled or delayed. Airports in major cities like New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles are among the 40 airports facing federal flight reductions, part of the 10% cut ordered by the FAA to ease pressure on air traffic controllers who have been working without pay through the government shutdown. The first wave of reductions began Friday. Airlines are trying to rebook passengers as quickly as possible. A Pensacola International Airport spokesperson recommends passengers check flight statuses before heading to the airport and prepare for longer wait times. Number 3, Florida's Attorney General is asking Pensacola city leaders to cancel a Christmas-themed drag show at the Saenger Theater. In a letter to the City Council, AG James Uthmeyer says the show is a misuse of public funds and is injurious to the public health, safety, or general welfare of the community. This isn't the first time the city-run Saenger has been criticized on the state level. Last month, the Florida Department of Government Efficiency called out Pensacola for wasting $150,000 on the management company that brings what the department calls woke acts to the theater. Number 2, police in Gaucher believe the driver who died in a collision with an Amtrak train went around the crossing arms before the crash. Police tell us 40-year-old Tavares Johnson was killed last night in the collision at the crossing on Ladnier Road near Highway 90. Witnesses say the crossing arms were down and the vehicle was driving around them when it crashed with the train. Amtrak reports all 55 passengers and 4 crew members on board the train were not hurt. The impact threw Johnson from his vehicle, killing him. An autopsy will be performed to see if alcohol or drugs played a factor. Number 1, Mobile police are investigating a shooting that left a teenage girl injured. It happened just before 11:30 last night on Tangerine Avenue. Officers say the girl had minor injuries and was inside one of 4 homes struck by gunfire. Police have not made any arrests. And that is a look at our top stories this Friday evening. All right, guys. Well, you know what we do here. We got to go to our question of the day, see what you guys are saying. Our question is, Nancy Pelosi won't seek re-election. What are your thoughts? Okay, let's see. I'm a little nervous. Norman says she's not the only one that doesn't need to run for re-election. Jim says there should be term limits. Jay says poster child on why Congress needs term limits. Dave said it's time for a younger generation to become the political leaders of the country. All right, so there's a ton of comments. There's over 400 comments. So if you're interested in reading them all, you can go to this post. It's on our WKRG Facebook page. And you can read all those comments. All right, guys, let's go to our poll results. So our poll results, layoffs have recently spiked. Have they affected you? 14% of people say yes, and 86% say no. So I know right after we came up with this poll idea yesterday, there was a story that we received about layoffs being at a 22-year high. So that's crazy and very stressful for a lot of families. So have them in your thoughts and prayers. All right, guys. Well, you've got a little bit of homework from me. You're going to want to go to our Facebook page, WKRG on Facebook. And you're going to want to vote in our next poll and respond to our next question of the day. So our next question is, who would you like to see nominated for a Grammy? And our next poll is, should sports gambling have stricter regulations? I don't know about any of y'all, but I was wondering, like, okay, Taylor Swift just released an album. This is for the Swifties out there. Taylor Swift just released an album, but she didn't get any Grammy nominations. But one of my producers so kindly told me that apparently the Grammys selects the artist and the songs and the albums between August of the previous year. This is when, if they were released between August of 2025 and August of 2026. So that's an interesting tidbit. I didn't know, and I don't know if you guys know. So, fun fact of the day. Fun fact Friday. All right, guys, that will do it for me. Thank you guys so much for being here with me this Friday evening, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.